Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and just be on the safe side, hello. Hello, 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 hello. It's Lynn here from the Learn English Network with another live chat and another apology because I didn't get the other live chat done last week. And I will repeat the motto of the network. We do what we can, when we can. And last week we couldn't, so sorry about that. Anyway, we'll kick off very quickly with Vikas, who said, "Good morning, everyone." I'm not sure how to say good. Good. G-O-O-D. Okay. I know text speak is okay, but if you have a look at some of my texts, some of the interesting facts about spelling and texting, it's really not good practice, okay? Get yourself able to speak English fluently and write it well and then start texting, okay? Otherwise you could end up like British school children and unable to cope without a spell checker. Anyhow, Zeb replied and said, "Morning, Vikas. It seems like you're making visiting this page part of your daily routine." And Vikas replied, "You guessed right. This makes me happy, so why not?" So you'd say you with a capital Y, and then not this makes me happy, it makes me happy, then a comma, so why not? And Zeb replied, "I'll have regular company here. That's good news. May I ask you, if you multitask, do something else whilst passing some time here?" And Vikas said, "All right, what should we do?" And again, all right, capital A. Jury's out as to whether it should be two words or one word. I'll let you decide. The conventional way of spelling it is A-double-L, then a space, R-I-G-H-T as two different words. "What?" said Zeb. "While chatting here, I also reply to other messages that appeared in my inbox during the night. You? I don't know." "Of course I do," said Vikas. "It's the time when stock market opens and I'm making college project as well." Okay, so of course I do with a capital I, and then it's the time, I would say at this time the stock market opens, comma, and I am doing a college project as well, okay, and capital I. "I guess your mood may vary accordingly to the company's shares you possess." Okay, I would say there, Zeb, I guess your mood may vary according to the company shares you possess. They're not the company's shares anymore, they're Vikas's shares. Or according to the which shares you possess might be okay as well. "May I ask you what this college project is about?" Vikas said, "We call it assignments and I'm finishing banking and accounting." Capital I, Vikas. "Will you end up working in a bank?" asked Zeb. "Maybe, I still don't know," said Vikas. Now, maybe is one word, Vikas, so capital M-A-Y-B-E, and then capital I, still don't know, full stop. Always end your sentences. Oh, and that goes for the previous sentence. There was no full stop there either. So you're okay with your question marks, but you seem to have something against full stops. Yeah, don't be full stoppist. Zeb said, "I did 2 years of finance and accountancy after junior school. I found it quite tedious reading and lining up numbers." I had to reply to that because I did accounting too. And I said, "Getting things to balance can be good fun. I think of it like doing number puzzles." And Zeb said, "Not a problem for me to leave them to you." Okay, Zeb, I'll do your accounts. Actually, I don't do my own. I do my own accounts, but then I have to send them to an accountant in the UK for the network because otherwise it's just, I have to make sure everything's very above board. Vikas then said, "Well, I can't say any word about it. It's all about interest, I guess." Okay, I wouldn't say I can't. I'd say in that context, I won't say any more about it. Capital I. It's all about what interests you, I guess, capital I. And well done, you put a full stop in there. Super. And Zohaib came along and said, "Hi, everyone." Everyone is one word, okay? Otherwise, saying hi, everyone. So, hi, capital H, hi, everyone, and then a full stop. "Nice to see you back, Zohaib," said Zeb. Zohaib said, "Here is opportunity to discuss different person. It will help to little bit conversation skills improving." Okay, so Zohaib, I think what you were trying to say here is, here I have the opportunity to discuss things with different people, and then full stop. It will help me to improve my conversation skills a bit. Okay, so maybe write that out. If you're listening, Zoe, write it out using pen and paper. And I'll tell you why. There's a direct connection. Some psychologists and neuroscientists have shown there's a definite connection between your hand writing on pen and paper with your brain more so than your fingers tapping out on a computer keyboard. Okay, so when I say to people write things out, I actually mean using a pen and paper. And yeah, it works. I do it in German too. One of the few tips I give out that I actually have time to do. But I only do it with corrections. And people don't usually correct me. So, but never mind. So try using pen and paper a bit more than your computer keyboard for some things, okay? Then Vikas popped in and said to Zohaib, it's Afridi in your avatar. Cool. Okay, I think I'm not very good on football, so I guess that Afridi is a footballer. So, it's Afridi in your avatar. You've used Afridi as your avatar, and it's AVATAR. Cool. Excellent. And don't forget, full stop, Vikas. Zeb then said to Zohaib, I agree. Interacting with people in English is good for developing our conversational skills. If you want to do it here, I'd suggest that you get a Discuss account for your messages to appear immediately. Yeah, and that's because if you have a Discuss account, you skip the moderation queue. If you don't, you'll go into moderation and then Zeb and I will have to come and rescue you. Zohaib said, yes, I think about that to join this Plate forum to get help from members to improve my English. So get some time for this forum, hope for the best. So, Zohaib, yes, I thought about that to join this platform, not Plate forum, platform, PLATFORM, okay? And then comma, in order to get help from members to improve my English, capital E. So, full stop. I have to make time for this forum and hope for the best, full stop. I'm not sure what you actually meant at the end. So get some time for this forum. I'm not sure. So you have to make time. You have to make time to improve your English. You have to make time to practice your English. Okay. I know people always say I haven't got enough time. Make it. Get up 5 minutes earlier. I do. Okay. So Zeb then said, I think that the most difficult at first is to keep the conversation going without them sounding like a classroom. Learning should be enjoyable, shouldn't it? Okay, so I think what you're trying to say here, Zeb, is I think that the most difficult thing to do at first, or the most difficult thing at first, is to keep the conversation going without it sounding like a classroom. And that's very true. That's very true. We often, even in TGIF on Skype, we often end up talking about how we learn English. It's the one thing everybody's got in common. But it's much better to try and talk about other things, which is why I enjoyed this week's TGIF so much when we started talking about odd socks, wearing odd socks, and where did our socks go when they go missing. It was great. So Zohaib then said, I think the first is difficult for joining any social is that make friends. Okay, so capital I think the most difficult thing when joining any social platform is to make friends. Okay, then full stop. Only I can post the tweets, no one reply. It is disappointing for everyone. Okay, so I post tweets, but no one replies, comma, it is disappointing for everyone. Or maybe if I post tweets and no one replies, it's disappointing for everyone. So so this happened with me every media when I give some members discussion answer, they did not reply me. Oh, okay, so let's see. This has happened to me in every social media platform, when I have given members an answer to a discussion, they've never replied to me. Okay, so friends are must to continue the discussion. So there you could put so with a capital S, it's the start of the sentence, comma, friends are a must in order to continue the discussion, full stop. Zeb then said, do you think I should stop talking with you? If I keep going, what you've just said would sound like a lie. And Zohaib said, I hope you'll forgive me. Don't forget, full stop, Zohaib. No worries, said Zeb. There was no offence. No offence taken, okay? That's what you would say. Not there was no offence, no offence taken. It was just some tongue-in-cheek from me. See you. Very good bit of use of idiomatic English there, tongue-in-cheek. And you'll have to go to the body idioms on the website to find out what that means if you don't know. As you know, I like to tell you where to find the answers. I don't like to give you them all the time. I'm not into spoon-feeding English. Have you noticed? Anyway, Zohaib then said, no, it's my mistake. I did not write that comment. Well, actually, you did, Zohaib. Maybe you meant no, comma, it's my mistake. It's would be IT''S because it's short for it is. My mistake. I did not mean to write it that way, or I did not mean it that way, maybe. So full stop. Okay. So either capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y. I will never make that mistake again. Okay. I never do that mistake. We make mistakes. Okay. And then we do things to correct them. Then, so nice you forgive me by best of luck for day. Okay, so it's so nice of you to forgive me. Goodbye. Best of luck today. And then full stop. And he also put, sorry if you feel hurt of my comments. I'm really sorry. I hope you will forgive me as my first mistake. So, sorry with a capital S. I'm sorry if you were hurt by my comments. I'm really sorry. Full stop. I hope you will forgive me as it was my first mistake, full stop. Okay. Apologising is fine. Apologising over profusely can sometimes sound a little bit insincere. I know it's difficult when you're not a native speaker. You tend to panic a little bit sometimes. But really, once you've said sorry, it's up to the other person to forgive you or not. And really, Zoeb, you've got nothing to feel sorry for. I'm not sure why you're apologising. And Zeb already said no offence taken. So, yeah, you're good. Yeah, shake hands, make up, kiss and make up, as I say. And Zeb then replied, again, it's fine. No harm, Zeb. Okay. Then Sweta came along. Was it Sweta? Sweta Good? Anyway, said, hi, everybody. I am Sweta. Good afternoon. What's good? Good. G-O-O-D. And then afternoon, small a. And then a full stop. Smileys do not replace punctuation. Not in any exam. This isn't an exam, but I'm here to help you improve your English. Hi, Sweta, said Vikas. And again, hi, Sweta, and then full stop. Hello, Mr. Vikas, said Sweta. Happy to have you as a friend. And perfect. Well done, Sweta. Vikas then said, so am I. Now that would be... I'm happy to have me as a friend too. I'd say likewise. And likewise is like, I'm happy to have you as a friend too. So am I is more, I'm happy to have me as a friend too. Likewise would be more, I'm happy to have you as a friend too, which would make more sense. So try likewise. Or ditto. We often say ditto, D-I-T-T-O. Are you in USA for education? Okay, so you'd say, are you in the USA for your education? And Swetha said, Vikas, I'm sorry, I don't wish to answer this, please don't mind. That's fine, Swetha. You reply to things that you want to reply to. But always remember, when you put things in your profile, profiles are public and they will be spotted by other people who do such things as click on you and look at your profile. I often don't have time, so I tend to sort of get to know people through the chats more than through their profiles. So, Vikas, I'm sorry, you would say. Not I'm sorry, I am sorry. Comma, I, capital I, don't wish to answer this, then full stop, then a space between your full stop and the next sentence. Please don't mind. I'll catch you later, Vikas. Have a great day, good evening, and good night. Oh, that sounded like somebody from the TV. So bye. Vikas said bye, and it's okay, never mind. And a nice smiley, but really you should have a full stop before your smiley. Swetha also came in and said, hello, Zeb. I'm glad to have you as a friend. Ooh, as a friend. I'm from India, but lives in USA. Ah, that's where the USA thing came from. May I knew where you are from. So, hello, Zeb is perfect. And then I am glad to have you, Y-O-U, as a friend. I'm from India, but I live in the USA. May I, capital I, know where you, Y-O-U, are from, question mark. Zeb said, I live in Paris, in France. I've never been to the USA. How is it like there? Oh, as soon as I've read that, I bet you're kicking yourself, Zeb. What is it like there? How is life there? Yeah? How is your life there? Or what is it like there? Okay. Sweta then sort of replied to that, but in a new chat. So Sweta, if you're coming regularly, try clicking on reply all the time. Keep the thread going. Otherwise, this live chat gets a bit broken up. But Swetha then said, oh, that's nice, Zeb. I have come recently to USA. When I stepped in US, I felt very happy by glancing P-apple of US. Okay, so, oh, that's nice, Zeb. I arrived recently in the USA, and capital I. Then full stop, so capital W, new sentence. When I stepped onto US soil, I felt very happy. I felt very happy watching the people, P-E-O-P-L-E, of the US, or watching the American people. Zeb, you know what? These people are really helping. They are so good to non-immigrants too. So, Zeb, you know what? Y-O-U, question mark. And then capital T. These people are really helping. Helpful, maybe. Comma, they are so good to non-immigrants too. Actually, many places are there to visit in US. So you'd say here, actually, there are many places to visit in the US. And we say the US, the United States, the States. Okay, it's always with that article. I already visited one of the famous temples in Pennsylvania called Pittsburgh Lord Venkateshwara Temple. I hope I said that correctly. Sorry if I didn't. By the way, I don't about France. Can't do that one. So capital I, don't, which is short form for do not, D-O-N apostrophe T, know, K-N-O-W, about France. You could say, I don't know much about France, and then one full stop. Could you please tell me about a country, Zeb? So, could you, Y-O-U, please tell me about your, Y-O-U-R, country, Zeb? And so you could put comma there, and then Zeb, and then question mark. Zeb replied, if one day you visited France, Swetha, I think you'd be surprised with the food. You wouldn't say with, you'd say by. I think you'd be surprised by the food. Most French people don't like spicy food. Even when we go to eat Indian, the food is usually prepared to fit our taste. I fear that would seem quite tasteless to your Indian buds. Okay, I'd say taste buds there, just to be on the safe side, to your Indian taste buds. Yup, you're right, Zeb. We Indians love to eat mostly spicy food. So if you're going to say yep, Y with a capital Y, or just stick to yes, Y-E-S. You are right, Zeb. We Indians, W, capital W, and then you don't need a comma actually. We Indians love to eat spicy food. So I got to know one thing about French people, that they don't love to eat spicy food. Okay, so I've learned one thing about French people, capital F for French, comma, they don't, T-H-E-Y, D-O-N apostrophe T, love eating spicy food. Or they don't love to eat spicy food. Either's okay. Thanks for the cute info, Zeb. So capital T, and then full stop. Is it easy to eat or cook Indian in the USA, asked Zeb. Can you easily find the ingredients and spices you need for cooking? And Swetha replied, yep, Zeb. Yep. Yes, Y-E-S, Zeb. Each and every ingredient will be available in one or the other grocery stores like Walmart, Costco. That's pretty good. Walmart, capital W, space between the comma and Costco. Yeah, you need to do a little bit of work on your spacing after your punctuation, Swetha. Costco with a capital C, because they are company names and they're proper nouns. And many more, Zeb. We need not worry at all. Even we do have Indian grocery stores too in USA. So we even have Indian grocery stores in the USA. Mostly we go to Indian bazaars. Ooh, I'd love to go to an Indian bazaar in the USA. I've never been to the USA either, just to be clear on that. And then Swetha also added, as every item is available here just like India, we can enjoy with whatever the dish we want to have. Okay, as with a capital A, as every item is available here, comma, just like India, comma, we can enjoy, E-N-J-O-Y, whatever dish we want. That would be fine. And then full stop, one full stop. Zeb said, that's very good. I spent a year in Australia, and I can tell you I missed my food sometimes. No baguette there, no shallots, not fresh pastry as we have in France. Okay, so I'd say nor. There was none of this, there was none of that, nor was there any of that. So no baguettes there, no shallots, nor fresh pastry like we have in France. My diet completely changed. Plenty of barbecue and beer. So BBQ is short for barbecue. Oh, that's very sad, said Swetha. Okay, so capital O-H, comma. That is short form for that is. So T-H-A-T apostrophe S, very sad, fine. So, comma, what do Australians mostly eat? Zeb, tell me this. Is there any famous item they love mostly? So you could just say, Zeb, tell me, is there any famous item they love the most? Their favourite food, said Zeb, seemed to be red meat. Okay, their favourite food seems to be red meat because it's singular. Food is uncountable. I have to admit that their beef is of excellent quality, lean and tender. If you're mostly into veggies, eating gets more complicated. It starts to be quite late for me, so I'll log off now. See you next time. Okay, it's getting quite late. It's getting late. It's getting dark. It starts to be quite late. And I think that must be a French way of saying it. So it's getting late for me, so I'll log off now. See you next time. Fine, catch you later. Goodbye. Good evening and good night. Okay, so fine, capital F. Catch you later. Goodbye, that's fine. And then good evening, G-O-O-D-E-V-E-N-I-N-G, and good night, G-O-O-D. I saw a ridiculous infographic on food around the world today. It's on Visually, and I gave the link. It had India as a place for eating fried bread and France for toast. The comments on it are hilarious. French toast, said Seb. Toast? Isn't it English? Okay. Oh, and Seb also replied, again, this is where it can sometimes go a bit awry. Sure, I'll tell you about France. I can't do it right now as I'm a bit busy, but I'll come back. Okay with you? And Sweater didn't reply to that one, so it didn't go into the full thing. Just one thing, Zeb, make sure you put a space after your full stops, okay, before your next sentence. It makes it easier to read. So full stop, space or two spaces even, and then your next sentence. Okay? Good conversation, by the way. And I can't comment on the toast thing, Zeb. It's weird. Maybe they meant French toast, as in toast that's sort of been dipped in egg and fried, but you probably think that's disgusting. We call it French toast. I'll try to write a little bit more about that on the forum, okay? Anyhow, then Vikas came along and said, good morning, everyone. Good, G-O-O-D. And somebody with an Arabic name came along and said hi. So that would be with a capital H. Somebody. Housewoman, it says. I'm not sure. Maybe that means housewife. So housewife, hi. Hello, said Zeb. I haven't got a clue how to pronounce your name. Could you help me? And then Zohaib came along and said it's pronounced as liali liali. Oh, I love that. So you'd say there, Zohaib, it's with a capital I. So, and it's short for it is, so IT apostrophe S, pronounced P-R-O-N-O-U-N-C-E-D, liali liali. And you put capital L because it's a name, okay? Wow, how many languages do you speak, Zohaib? Asked Zeb. Zoeb said, I know 2 languages, which is my native languages and English I speak a little bit. Okay, so you'd say, I know 2 languages, comma, one is my native language, comma, and the other English, okay? And English with capital E, I speak a little bit, okay, full stop. How did you guess that liali liali is the sound of squiggle? Is it your native language? So, how did you guess that liali liali is the sound of that name? How did you know, I would say, not guess, because you don't know that he was guessing. How did you know, or how do you know that liali liali is the sound of the name? Is it your native language? And Zoeb replied, because I know Urdu language, so it sounds like Urdu word, so I pronounce it. So Zoeb, you'd say, because I know Urdu, and capital U, comma, and it sounds like it looked like an Urdu word, capital U for Urdu, so I pronounced it that way. Her profile says that she's from Egypt. Do they speak Urdu in Egypt? Asked Zeb. Okay, Zoeb said, I explained some words of Arabic language is same in Urdu language. That why answer it. Okay, so again, if you're going to do the short form of OK, it's both capitals, capital O, capital K, or capital O, K, A, Y. I will explain, full stop, okay? Not I explain, I will explain, full stop. Capital S, some words in Arabic are the same as in Urdu, full stop, okay? That's why I answered you, okay? I've got it now, thanks, said Zeb. It's okay, said Zoeb. Zoeb came along and said, hello, everyone. Oh, hi, everyone. And again, everyone, one word. Hi, Zoeb, said Zeb. Since I'm here, I've noticed that I've noticed that it's easier to get a reply when you participate in a conversation that already exists. Thanks, Zeb, said Zoeb. It is your kind on me. Zeb, how days are going, are doing job or jobless? So, capital T, thanks, Zeb. Capital X, because it's her name. You're very kind to me. Okay, it is your kind on me. You're very kind to me. And your would be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, because it's short for you are. You're very kind to me. Then a full stop. Then Zeb, capital X. How are things going? Are you working or looking for work? I think that I'm doing fine, said Zeb. I've got a job and will have to commute within the next 10 minutes. Zoeb said, Zeb, yes, I can. It's better for me because you know English more than me, so it is helpful for me. Okay, so capital X. I think it's better for me, IT apostrophe S, comma, because you know English, capital E, better than me, comma, so it is helpful for me, full stop. Zeb then said, I learn a lot from others too. I pay attention to how they write, express themselves, and when I like it, I try to copy it. I think that it is the way to go. I guess I might sound like a parrot sometimes. I have to go to my job now. Bye, Zoeb. So, not I have to go to my job, I have to go to work. Yeah, I have to go to work now. Bye. Sorry, Zeb, please forgive. What are you forgiving for? What are you asking forgiveness for, Zoeb? Stop asking for forgiveness. Anyhow, Zoeb then said, if someone is native English speaker, it gives us advantage rather than a local speaker of English. So, if capital I, someone is one word, S-O-M-E-O-N-E, is a native English, capital E, speaker, comma, it gives us an advantage, comma, rather than a local speaker of English, capital I, full stop, not a comma at the end. You can't end a sentence. Well, you can end a sentence however you like, but if you want to get full marks in a test, end it with a full stop. I'm not 100% a parrot, said Zeb. I add my personal touch. What are the advantages you are talking about? And then Zoeb went, okay, I remove this comment. It part of joke I write. Okay, I'm not sure what you wrote, but maybe that's what you were apologising for. So, okay, again, capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y. I will remove this comment, full stop. It was part of a joke I wrote. So, jokes can be really dangerous. As I say on the forum, some people will take offence at anything. But Zeb and I have got pretty thick skins, to be honest, so... And if I don't like something, I will remove it, by the way. I'm very brutal like that. Anyhow, Ronnie Kurian came along and said, hi, friends, how are you? Okay, so capital H, full stop, how are you? Capital H, and a question mark. Hi, Ronnie Kurian. I am fine, thank you, said Vikas. In fact, Vikas wrote, I'm fine, Ty. T-Y, short for thank you. Try writing it out in full, okay? And capital I was fine. Yep, good. But Ron Kurian, because it's his name, Ronnie Kurian, I'd put a capital R, even though it's not a capital R. Just something to get the habit of, yeah? Writing people's names and nicknames using capitals. How you doing? Oh, that's very American. How are you? How are you doing? Not how you doing. Zoe came along and said, fine, and how are you? Capital F. And Zeb came along and said, hi, Ronnie Kurian. I'm fine. Your profile says that you're a hospitality professional. What is it about? Is it about welcoming people, making them feel at ease? Well, Ronnie, come back and tell us, because as far as I know, you didn't. Anyhow, Swetha came along again and said, hi, everyone, using a 1 instead of O-N-E. Don't do it in the test. Good afternoon, 2 words, not 1 word. Good, then a space, afternoon, small a. Vikas said, hi, Swetha, good afternoon, how are you today? So, hi, Swetha, good afternoon, full stop. Then capital H, how are you today? Zoe came along and said, hi, everyone, and hi, everyone. And nobody replied, because then Zoe came along and said, hi, everyone, probably. Just once will do. Zeb came along and said, how about introducing each other with a recording? I go first. My English voice is here. It's not I go first, I'll go first. It's like you're making a little promise. I apostrophe double L, short for I will. And she's put a link to her recording. I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. Zoe came along and said hi. Didn't actually respond to the fact that Zeb had put up a recording. So again, to keep a conversation going, look at the previous message and responding, not just hello or hi. That's not a conversation. Otherwise you'll just go hi, 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 hi. You can do better than that. So, capital H, small I. Morning, Zoeb, said Zeb. Will you have a listen to my recording? And Zoeb said, yes, I listened a little bit. Now I try listen this. Okay, so yes, capital Y, comma. I listened to a little bit. I will try listening to it all, I think is a better way of saying what you wanted to say. I started off very nervous, said Zeb. I'm not yet there to become a public speaker, but it's a beginning, isn't it? I thought you did really well. As I said in the Kitely chat, your voice was a bit tight, but glass of red wine before you do the next one, maybe. Yes, you are a little bit nervous, said Zoe, but you managed very well. So, yes, you were a little bit nervous. Not little bit, a little bit, comma, but you managed very well. And not you are, because she's not nervous anymore. You were in the recording that you did earlier, in the past, okay? You're very kind, said Zeb. Will you record yourself too? And Zoeb said, I have no confidence to introduce himself in this time. I build my confidence, then I introduce myself. You have done graduation in information technology. I am also a computer system graduate. Okay, so Zoheb, I don't have enough confidence to introduce myself at this time. Then full stop. I will build my confidence, comma, then I will introduce myself. And then, not than. That's bigger than, smaller than. I'll do it then. Okay, then is about time. So THEN. And I will, because you're making a promise. Myself is one word, MYSELF. And then full stop, because you're going off the topic there and asking a question. You have graduated in information technology. I'm also a computer system graduate. Okay. I replied to Zoeb's confidence thing and said, confidence can be a slippery little thing. Sometimes the way to build it is to be it. That's my Zen English for the day. Yes, but I have no words vocabulary. That's why I did not record my introduction. So, Zoeb, yes, capital Y, comma. But I don't have the words, or I don't have the vocabulary, comma. That's, which is short for that is, so THAT''S. That's why I won't record my introduction, full stop. Zeb said, that's right, I started as a programmer. At the time, C Forte, Shell Unix, SQL, SQL were the languages I was familiar with. I guess that you're more familiar with different technologies. Zoeb said, we have learnt the computer language as a subject, but our work is a system support engineer, and the language I did not understand, it's like ghost language for me. Okay, so we, capital W, have learnt computer language as a subject, or we learnt computer language as a subject, comma, but I work as a system support engineer, and I don't understand those languages. They're like a ghost language for me, full stop. Zeb then asked, you don't mind explaining what are the tasks of a system support engineer? So I wouldn't say you don't mind. I'd say if you don't mind, could you explain what the tasks of a system support engineer are? What do they usually do? And Zoeb said, in system support engineer, the tasks are troubleshoot and maintenance the system, the installation and update the software, etc. In there is network also include. Okay, so Zoeb, you'd say, a system supports engineer troubleshoots and maintains the system. And then just pop in a semicolon there. That's the little comma with a dot over it, semicolon. The installation and updating of software, etc. Full stop. Also including networking. Okay. Zeb then said, dealing with network security, configuring and monitoring access to network resources, it seems to be a totally different job from maintaining and installing software. Will you specialise in a field? And Zoeb said, yes, it is totally different. But when we apply for the post, the eligibility of post takes both things. Okay, so yes, capital Y, comma, it is totally different, comma, but when we apply for a post, the eligibility for getting the job includes both things, and I think that's very true. There's more, More and more things you need to know in order to get a job nowadays, isn't there? Zoeb came along and said, hi everyone again. It's become a daily routine, Zoeb. And Zeb asked, Zoaid, where did the D come from? May I ask you what are the official languages of Pakistan? And Zoaid replied, our national language is Urdu. So capital O and then Urdu, capital U, full stop. Okay. Wikipedia says that English is also an official language of Pakistan. I wonder if many Pakistani speak English. So you'd say, I wonder if many Pakistanis speak English. Zoaib said, yes, our official language is English. So you could say, yes, comma, our official language is English, full stop. Does it mean that children start learning English very soon, for example, in primary school? I wouldn't say very soon, because that would mean like tomorrow. Very early, it would be better. Yeah, did you start learning English very early? And Zoeb said, yes, the subject of English have been taught to children in first class. So, yes, capital Y. English as a subject, and capital E for English, is taught to children, children, in first class, and full stop. Good. Orchid came along and said, hello everybody, nice to be here. Nice to have you here, Orchid. So capital H, no need to put an exclamation mark. Yeah, it's not like saying, hi everyone. It's not necessary. Nice to be here with a capital N, full stop. Okay. I went, hi Orchid, have you heard of Orchid? Sorry, I was being silly. Orchid is Scottish English, okay. Huh, who is this kid? Asked Zeb. You know, it's just Orchid. It's just the way people say it. Here's Orchid. Here's Orchid. And Zoe said, hello. Capital H, Zoe. Okay, get into good habits. Orchid didn't think it was that nice to be here because she disappeared. Uluk Beck came along and said, hello, everybody who is here. And again, no need for a big exclamation mark. It makes me jump. It makes me think. It's a bit like writing everything in capitals, a bit shouty, okay? And sometimes I'm very early when I'm replying to these. I don't need to be shouted at. I said, I am, but I'm doing corrections on the lessons, so I'm not sure I qualify as being here or there. Clovis came along and said, hi, I have difficulty in the grammar and pronunciation. Can you help me? Okay, Clovis, I gave you a link. So you would say here, hi. I find grammar difficult and pronunciation, pronunciation, and pronunciation too, full stop, then a new sentence, capital C, can you help me, question mark. I wrote, I've written lots of pages about grammar on the site, Clovis, gave the link. We also run pronunciation sessions on Skype and in Second Life, and there's a grammar chat page on the site and a grammar section in the forum. Zeb then said it sounds like grammar is important. It probably is if taken with moderation. Grammar's as important as you want it to be, okay, but if you're having tests and exams, it is unfortunately more important than it should be probably. I mean, I don't understand why people learn grammar before they've learned to speak English. Because I know I didn't. I didn't know anything about grammar when I was learning to speak English, and I learnt about grammar when I needed to. And a lot of linguists will go on about the linguistic ability of learners, but they don't realise that they probably learnt English before they started learning about linguistics too. But there you go. That's my tuppence worth. Clovis came along again and said, I am a student in England, so I still difficult in the pronunciation and the spelling too, Clovis. I'm only joking. So I'm a student in England. I would say then full stop. I find pronunciation difficult, or I still find pronunciation difficult. pronunciation. And I added again, we do pronunciation sessions on Skype, but you would need to join the forum and be online at 8 o'clock a.m. on Mondays, my time. We sometimes work on pronunciation during our Thursday Kindly session too. In fact, we work on pronunciation quite a lot, even in Friday's TGIF. But the one that I concentrate on pronunciation is Monday morning reading session on Skype and the Monday morning reading session on Second Life. Okay. Zoeb said hi. Capital H-I. Again, Zoeb, saying hi is okay, but try to respond to what's already been said. So maybe, yes, I find pronunciation difficult too, or what do you find most difficult in pronunciation? Blah, blah, blah. I said, hi, if it helps you, I often share the text file for the pronunciation sessions on the forum. Zoeb then asked, what is procedure of Skype? I don't understand that, why I did not join Skype. I have sent private to Lynn, but she did not add me on Skype. That's why I did not take part. So, what is the procedure for joining Skype? And capital S, Skype is a company name. I can't understand, which is why I haven't joined Skype. Full stop. I have sent a private message, MESSAGE, to Lynn with a capital L, because that's me, comma, but she has not added me on Skype yet. That's why I have not taken part. So capital T, H-A-T, apostrophe S, it's short for that is. That's why I have not taken part, full stop. Hi Zoeb, as I said, you need to be a member of the LEN forum, I said. Then send me your Skype ID there, it's all explained here. Here in this forum, what we discuss with members. Okay, I'm not sure what you meant there. I am member of the forum and I introduced myself on that page, but there is no reply come from Lynn. Okay, I am a member of the forum and I have introduced myself, MYSELF, one word, on that page, comma, but there's no reply from Lynn, capital L. Hi Zoaid. You're still saying Zoaid instead of Zoaib, Zeb. It's very funny. I'm going to start calling you Zed. Should we start calling her Zed, Zoaib? I have just sent you a message on the forum. Have you seen it? If so, do the same thing. Send a private message to Lynn with your Skype ID. If you still don't understand how to do it, this video may help. Thank you, Zeb. Don't worry, Zeb. We had a nice chat this morning, I said. Glad to hear it indeed. Well done, Zoaib. Yes, we managed to get together in the end. I mean, these things do take time. They're not automated. A lot of people are used to clicking a button and everything happens. The network's not like that. The network's about people and interacting with real people in real time. And so quite often it will take a little bit of time to get you added into Skype groups and get connected, because Skype can be a bit slow and a bit squirrely sometimes. We have to both be on at the same time before messages get through, which is why we run the forum. But yeah, just be active and just keep going. Be persistent. I might even give you a persistence badge if you keep going. Clovis said, I would like to join the chat. With 3 exclamation marks. Just the one would do, and there's no need. I would like to join the chat, full stop. And I said, you have. So Abe came along and said, hi everyone again. So capital H, everyone is one word, full stop. Hi everyone, said J25. And I said, hi J25. J25 then came along and said, in a totally different bit, I need help to improve my grammar. Anybody here, thank you. Or thank you. Thank you is thank, T-H-A-N-K, and then Y-O-U. What do you struggle most with? I asked. Hi J25, it'll be without me for grammar, but I'm all in for chatting. Grammar's like a 4-letter word to you, isn't it? Anybody wants to scare Zeb, just go, grammar. She'll run away screaming. No-Nos came along and said, hello, everybody. So don't forget to put a full stop after the end of a sentence, No-Nos. And I went, hi, No-Nos. And No-Nos said, I am hungry. And I wrote, grab a bite. Zeb then said, it was 3 hours ago. Did you get yourself a snack? We don't know. She was so hungry, ate her microphone. Ate the keyboard. Actually, I saw a chocolate keyboard the other day when I was looking for a birthday present for a friend. I nearly bought it, but I stopped myself. So you could type and eat at the same time. Sorry. Hi, everyone, said Hassan. So Hassan, hi, capital H, everyone. It's one word, but it's E-V-E-R-Y-O-N-E. And I wrote, hi, Hassan. Vikas came along again and said, hello, everyone, how you doing? Okay, hello everyone, how are you doing? Okay, not how you doing. Zeb said, I'm looking forward to tonight's quiz. Yay. And Vikas said, if I'm not mistaken, you are talking about the quiz in Kitely. Capital K for Kitely because it's the name of a company. And then just one full stop, Vikas. Yup, said Zeb. Oh no, yup's catching on. It's okay, I can cope with yup and yep. Just reminds me of Yuppie, young upwardly mobile professional. That's the reason I probably don't like it, but never mind. Yep, said Zeb. Could you tell me, please, what sort of quiz is this? So, could with a capital C. And then I'd say, could you please tell me, P-L-E-A-S-E, comma, what sort of quiz is it? Okay. Zeb then said, to show your wit, you have to answer questions like the following ones. And then you'd put in a colon there. When you're doing a list following on another line, we put in a colon, the 2 dots above each other. Clouds are composed mainly of what? A, cotton, B, dreams, C, water vapour. True or false? A beaver can log a tree. And Zoeb came in straight away and said, the answer is C. Zoeb, you should have come to the quiz. And capital T. And what about the true or false question, Zoeb? But never came back. And I replied to Vikas and said, it's a general knowledge quiz, Vikas. Zoeb came along and said, hi everyone again. So capital H and then everyone, one word, EVERYONE, full stop. I went, hi again, Zoeb. Zoeb, when you want to get more out of a reply, try saying a little bit, hi everyone, and maybe it's sunny here, or it's raining, or hi everyone, I got up at 8 o'clock. What time did you get up? Give somebody something to get hold of and talk about. Okay, otherwise, as I say, it's just hi, 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 hello, 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 hi, hi, yawn, yawn. I mean, it's still good to say hello everyone, but gets a bit repetitive. So Somaya Woof came along and said, hi, how are you? How are you? Ooh. So hi, capital H. I'm all for short forms, but how are we don't do that. How, capital HRAREYOU. Zeb came along and said, hi, Somaya. Is it the Egyptian flag on the right-hand side of your avatar? So I wouldn't say is it, I'd say is that the Egyptian flag on the right-hand side of your avatar? Okay, because you're saying is that thing in your avatar? Okay, Aladdin came along and said, yes, it is. Yay, Aladdin, nice to see you. Then it's an eagle in the golden badge on the bottom right. What is the meaning of the eagle, Aladdin? Aladdin said, I said yes for colour. Colour is right, but there is no golden eagle at the bottom. It's in the middle of the flag. The eagle of Saladin stands for power and strength. BTW, by the way, I didn't know the answer before you asked. So you'd say there, I didn't know the answer before you asked, okay, because she asked in the past, okay? Zeb then said, I can't spot the eagle either. It's the reason why I doubted it could be the Egyptian flag. So Egyptian, Egyptian. Only Samir Uf can tell us what this badge is on his avatar. Saladin, the first Sultan of Egypt, did he really have an eagle? Aladdin said, I don't know if he had one or not. You'll not be my expert on Egypt history, Aladdin. So not Egypt history, the history of Egypt or Egyptian history. Okay? I replied, if it is, please don't tell him I got the colours wrong in the quiz. And Zeb kindly said, my mouth is shut. Okay, and I've caught up on last week's live chat, so... So this is part 2 of last week's live chat, and I'm going to record part 1 of this week's live chat right now, I promise. Okay, I don't think it'll be as long either, so fingers crossed. Bye, and thanks for listening. Don't forget, get out there, practice your English, say a little bit more than hi, come back and actually respond to people's responses, and you'll be amazed how quickly you'll get used to it, and you'll get much more confidence, build your confidence in using your English. Okay, bye.